Hello, your Uncle Spurt here, and for the past week I've been thoroughly enjoying myself with 12 inches of pure joy. This here Redmi Pad 2 Pro matte glass version. For just over £200 here in Blighty, you can have yourself a 12-inch tablet with a gorgeous paper-like display, a massive bloody battery and some proper decent performance. So come marvel at my magnificent 12-incher which I've just slapped down on my desk for your viewing pleasure. Sorry, this is what happens when I drink too much before a review. And for more on the latest and greatest tech, and indeed more rubbish knob gags, please do box subscribe, ding the old notifications bell. Cheers! Now as always, let's start with the design, so I'll whip it on out of the keyboard cover eventually. Now, as you'd possibly expect from a 12-inch tablet, Xiaomi's Redmi Pad 2 Pro ain't too light. It weighs 610 grams and it's not particularly skinny either. It's about 7.5 mils. But you know, it's not exactly chunky, and to be fair, it is proper solid as well. That metal frame stretches from the edges all the way around the back end. So the Redmi Pad 2 Pro can certainly tolerate quite a few knocks. I'd still be wary handing it to a toddler, but it can certainly put up with a lot of punishment. Although the matte metal surfacing does occasionally get a bit grimy and grubby, so you want to polish it up every so often. It's a simple, straightforward, but quite smart design. The branding isn't exactly shoved in your face, just a dinky wee bit of naming up in the corner there. And as well as this exceptionally thrilling graphite grey model, you can also grab the Redmi Pad 2 Pro in silver or a sort of lavendery purple. And that camera bump, thankfully pretty subtle around back. So there's very little desk jiggle if you do want to set this tablet down. And while those bezels surrounding the display aren't exactly particularly skinny, they're not horrendously chunky, don't add on too much extra bulk. And the good news is, even if your thumb does stray ever so slightly onto that screen, the display responsiveness stays strong and doesn't balk it right up. No IP rating for water and dust resistance, but I'm not too surprised given this is a budget tablet. You have to chuck a bit more cash for your next tablet if you want a bit of that. Now when you want to play with your Redmi Pad 2 Pro, sadly there's no fingerprint sensor built into the power button or the actual display. It is face unlock all the way, but as you can see they're nice and nippy. I barely even see that lock screen. It tends to work well even in quite low light conditions, whether you're wearing glasses, etc. It's only sunglasses that'll it up. And then once you're in there, it's the usual Xiaomi shenanigans, a bit of HyperOS version 2 slapped on top of Android 15. Because hopefully you shouldn't be waiting too much longer for HyperOS 3, as Xiaomi is in the process of sort of getting that ready and rolling it out. With the Redmi Pad 2 Pro, you can expect 4 full years of security patching and either 2 or 3 OS updates. So not the longest support, but then it is a budget tablet to be fair. You got a choice for 128 gigs or 256 gigs of storage, and it is actually expandable via micro SD as well, up to a further 2 terabytes I believe it was. And if you're new to Xiaomi, HyperOS isn't too dissimilar to Android. You've got the likes of the Google Discover feed, although the notification center and the control center have been separated out. And that control center retains the smartphone aspect ratio, so it's weirdly squished off to the side there. I was grateful to see very little crapware pre-installed on this tablet as well. You got a few wee bits here and there, likes of LinkedIn. Thankfully, super easy to remove off your piss. And multitasking, as always, an absolute breeze on this thing as well. So, for instance, one way you can do it is by dragging the dock onto the display and then grab another app, bring it up onto the screen. You can either bring it up as a floating window, or if you drag into a corner, it will activate split screen and away you go. You get a few apps on the go at once, or streaming a good bit of video while also multitasking with other bits. And then personally I prefer to work with the Redmi Pad 2 Pro by slapping it into the old keyboard dock. As you can see, this props the tablet up for you, albeit only at the one angle. You can't adjust that angle at all. You want it completely flat. And it adds that physical Bluetooth keyboard as well. You do have to pair it up over Bluetooth in order to connect the two. They're not physically connected. This suffers from the usual cover keyboard foibles, like there's no backlighting, for instance, which makes working in the evenings a bit of a ball ache. But there's no fault in the actual size of the keyboard. Certainly it's got plenty of space to work with because it stretches edge to edge. So pretty well sized keys, even if the cursor keys are a little bit scrunched up, and once again it's just a single row enter key. I certainly have zero complaints with the touch typing experience. It's pretty comfortable for a cover keyboard. There's a respectable amount of travel here. Good feedback and everything. So yeah, overall, gets the old spurt of approval. Just bear in mind that the keyboard cover will need charging up separately in order to keep it powered, so you've got that Bluetooth connection. And Xiaomi's Redmi stylus is also supported by the Pad 2 Pro if you want to get all sketchy and scribbly. Now, slapped on the front end of the Redmi Pad 2 Pro tablet is a sizable 12.1 inch 16x10 LCD panel. Now, absolutely the best thing about this is the anti-reflective matte surface. It's a similar vibe to Huawei's paper matte tablets, and fantastic news for anyone who finds themselves outdoors a lot, despite the fact that this screen isn't particularly bright. So I'm just going to max out the brightness now, and as you can see, not exactly eye-searing stuff, but if we do aim this directly at my studio lighting, now with any reflective screens, you'd be absolutely blinded by the glare right now, but as you can see, barely having any effect at all. Can still comfortably read a comic or kick back with some Netflix or do whatever you fancy doing. And the Redmi Pad 2 Pro, absolutely brilliant for reading. It does produce a paper-like vibe, so it feels more natural reading on this thing compared with the regular tablet. And even swiping that surface has a slightly textured feel, which adds to the experience. And that matte finish also makes it a lot less smudgy when you are swiping around on the screen a lot. And the good news is that colours don't appear muted despite that anti-reflective surfacing. Sure, tones aren't quite as rich as what you would get with an OLED panel with a more traditional screen, but graphic novels again have a more natural appearance. It's a 2.5K resolution panel, 2560 by 1600 pixel resolution, so those visuals are perfectly sharp. Movies look good despite the non-traditional display design, as do games, photos, whatever you want to throw on this thing. You've even got a bit of Dolby Vision support in Netflix, etc. Although in darker scenes it can be occasionally a bit tricky seeing what is going on because of the relatively low brightness. It means the contrast doesn't shine the way it should. As usual, you can bugger around with the likes of the colour output here in the display settings. The refresh rate actually scales all the way up to 120 Hz. You can custom select between 60, 90 and 120. And no worries if you're trying to enjoy a bit of your uncle's spurt or some decent quality entertainment on this tablet, even in quite a rowdy, raucous household, because you've got a quad speaker setup and it's a bit of a belter. Let's just jack that volume all the way up. And hey, Samsung could be ending the year with a massive bang. And no, I'm not talking about your mum's traditional Christmas festivities involving several drunken Santas and a whole army of horny elves. And an even better news, depending on your perspective, obviously, you've even got a 3.5mm headphone jack here on the edge, which you don't even get on a lot of premium tablets these days. There's full Dolby Atmos support on this thing. You can also slap on a bit of Xiaomi sound if you prefer. And you got your own custom EQ as well, so you can bump up the bass, do whatever you want. Now, housed slap bang in the middle of that top bezel when the tablet is spread out in landscape mode, you've got yourself an 8MP front-facing selfie camera, which can record you at up to full HD resolution if you fancy shooting a bit of vlog action. It's perfectly fine for your video chats online. Really got to do something about that wonky lampshade at some point. And then around back, you've also got another 8MP camera slapped here on the back. Not really sure why. But one of the biggest upgrades for this generation of Xiaomi's tablet, the Redmi Pad 2 Pro versus the original Pro, is the performance, because the old Snapdragon 7S Gen 2 has been ripped out and replaced with the fresher Gen 4. And the everyday running is generally fine. I wouldn't say that the Redmi Pad 2 Pro is particularly nippy, but I wouldn't say it's particularly sludgy either. Although on a couple of occasions this past week, I have noticed some of my apps running a little bit slower than I would have normally expected. So I have noticed some buffering in C Display X, for instance, if I do flick through a book rather quickly, despite the fact that this is actually a downloaded book. It's not even, downloading it from online or anything. But the Xiaomi Redmi Pad 2 Pro can generally handle a good bit of multitasking, no worries, even with 3 or 4 apps on the go at once. And also, gamers can generally enjoy a merry wee time on the Redmi Pad 2 Pro. You will of course witness some slowdown if you boost up the graphics settings in those most demanding, not particularly well optimized Android titles. I think stuff like Wuthering Waves, big 3D open world shenanigans like Genshin Impact. But if you keep them on the more sedate low to medium visuals, they'll run with a reasonably smooth frame rate. And while the HyperOS gaming mode isn't quite as feature packed as some rivals, you've got plenty of great features tucked away in there too. And for all of your internet needs, well, it is Wi-Fi only, the Redmi Pad 2 Pro. There's no eSIM support or anything. It does max out at Wi-Fi 6 as well, so not particularly future-proof, no 6E or 7 support there. And while the majority of the time it's been absolutely fine streaming video, music, doing internet web chats, all that kind of stuff, I have found on occasion the internet can just shit its pants and refuse to work. So for instance, just trying to download a file from the internet, trying to get something to load in Drive, it'll just be like, I can't really be arsed, try again in a few seconds. And, you know, you'll try again and it'll generally work, so it's only mildly irritating. It's not full on like F-bombs kicking the thing down the stairs sort of anger, but you know, still a bit of a ball ache. And the other upgrade for this generation of Xiaomi's budget tablet is the battery capacity. You've now got a 12,000 mAh capacity cell stuffed in there, whereas I believe it was 10,000 mAh on the previous Pro tablet. And the returns from this are pretty bloody solid. I found I roughly got around sort of 13 to 14 hours of split screen multitasking action from a 100% full charge. That generally involves a good bit of working in Chrome, docs, occasionally with a bit of video or audio streaming just to keep me from going absolutely freaking insane. So certainly better than quite a lot of other budget tablets that I've reviewed. And if you are gaming non-stop on even the most intensive fare like Wuthering Waves with the maximum graphics settings and the performance boost active, you can still expect a full 6 to 7 hours of playtime again on a full charge. It's just a shame that Xiaomi didn't chuck proper fast charging support on this thing. It's 33 watt wide charging, same as the previous generation, which takes bloody ages when you do plug it in. And there you have it, my lovelies. That in a delicious wee nutshell is what I reckon of Xiaomi's fresh new Redmi Pad 2 Pro budget-friendly tablet. And if you're after a big old bugger with bloody brilliant battery life that won't absolutely molest your wallet, well, job done. Of course, the likes of Honor and OnePlus also have budget-friendly rival tablets. Definitely go check out my reviews of those for an alternative option. In the meantime, it'd be great to hear what you think down in the comments below. Please do poke subscribe and ding that notifications bell for more on the latest and greatest tech, and have yourselves a ruddy, wonderful rest of the week. Cheers everybody, love you! And sorry for the 12-inch gags at the start.